My sister refused to meet my boyfriend. Then I found out why, and it changed everything. I'm 23 and I've been dating my boyfriend, 28, for about 4 months now. I know, 4 months doesn't sound like long, but when you've been through enough heartbreak, you know when something feels different. And with him, it's different. He's sweet, thoughtful, genuinely listens when I talk, and even remembers the little things. I've never had that before. We met at university. He's a graduate student, and he was running a tutoring group for a class I was struggling with. I almost didn't go. I hate asking for help. But my GPA was tanking, and I needed to save it. From the first session, I could tell he wasn't just smart. He was kind and funny, too. We bonded quickly. To our surprise, we were even from the same hometown, and he had graduated from the same high school I'd gone to, just a year ahead of me. Even weirder, he had been in the same class as my older sister. When I mentioned her name, he recognized it and said they'd run in the same circles, though they hadn't kept in touch. I thought it was a fun little coincidence. A few sessions later, he asked me out for coffee. That coffee turned into dinner, and dinner turned into a whirlwind 4 months of falling fast and hard. I met his friends, he met mine. We even started talking about spending the holidays together. That's when everything started to unravel. I hadn't told my family about him yet, mainly because my last relationship ended so badly, and I didn't want to go through the whole "where is he now?" awkwardness if it didn't work out. But this felt serious. I was excited. So I called my parents to tell them and asked if he could come to Christmas dinner. They were thrilled. My mom especially had a million questions and kept saying how happy she was for me. My dad, a little more reserved, said he sounded like a nice young man and he'd be happy to meet him. Everything was going smoothly. Until I called my sister. She's 3 years older than me, and while we fought as kids, we've been close for years now. She's always been supportive, even with boyfriends she didn't love. But this time, the moment I said my boyfriend's name, her mood turned cold. She flat out said she wasn't comfortable with a stranger at our family's Christmas celebration and that he shouldn't come. I was stunned. I reminded her she was bringing her boyfriend of 7 months and that we've all brought significant others to Christmas before. This wasn't new. She got defensive, shut me down completely, and hung up. When I texted to apologize and asked if something had happened in the past between them, she replied curtly, "Please drop it." That was the beginning of the most confusing, emotionally draining few weeks I've had in a long time. I kept trying to reach her, but she ignored me or gave vague responses. My mom even tried to get answers, but my sister brushed her off. Meanwhile, I had to tell my boyfriend that my sister didn't want him at Christmas and couldn't even give a reason why. He took it well, but I could tell he was hurt. Finally, I went home for the holidays. And guess what? My sister acted like nothing had happened. She was friendly, chatty, completely normal. It was surreal. Mom, thinking we needed to clear the air, suggested we have dinner together. Just the two of us. I figured that would be my chance to get the truth. But even then, she avoided any topic that might lead to my boyfriend. When I finally brought him up directly, she shut down again, claimed she just didn't want a stranger at Christmas. I pointed out she was doing exactly that with her own boyfriend, and we both left the dinner angry. That night, lying awake in my old bedroom, it hit me. My sister's childhood best friend still lived in town. I remembered they were inseparable through high school. I still followed her on Instagram. I figured if anyone knew what was going on, it would be her. So I messaged her, playing it cool. "Hey, random question. Do you remember boyfriend's name from high school? I just found out he went to school with you guys." Her response: "Yes." "Does your sister know you're dating him?" Red flag. I said yes, and that she wasn't thrilled. The friend asked to call me. That call changed everything. She told me my sister had been obsessed with my boyfriend all through high school, from 7th grade until graduation. We're talking full-on teenage girl, writing his name in notebooks, daydreaming about their wedding, obsessed. She'd applied to the same colleges as him, showed up at his work to try to get his attention, even tried to sabotage his relationship with his girlfriend. Apparently, she once spread a rumor that the girlfriend had cheated on him, just to break them up. And when they finally did split senior year, my sister thought it was finally her moment, but he never even looked her way. Crushed and humiliated, she chose to go to a different college to get a fresh start. And according to her best friend, she still held onto a tiny bit of that old heartbreak all these years. Suddenly, everything made sense. I was furious, but also heartbroken for her. She'd kept this huge part of her past buried, and now it had resurfaced in the most unexpected way. I knew I had to talk to her again. But before I could, my mom beat me to it. During a shopping trip, she asked my sister directly what her deal was. My sister, realizing the secret was out, finally admitted she just felt humiliated. She didn't have feelings for him anymore, but facing him would make her feel like that insecure teenager again. She couldn't bear it. My mom reminded her gently but firmly that I deserved to have my boyfriend at family gatherings, that her discomfort over a decade-old crush wasn't reason enough to exclude him. Eventually, my sister came to me and apologized. She explained everything, how embarrassed she was, how she feared he remembered her as that desperate girl chasing after him. But she said she was ready to move past it, that she wanted to be supportive. We agreed not to drag up any specific memories, and I promised to keep the more embarrassing stories to myself. And yes, my boyfriend came to Christmas. It was a little awkward at first, sure, but he was kind and respectful. My dad loved him, and by dessert, even my sister was laughing at one of his stories. They talked about a show they both liked, and the tension eased. After everyone left, my sister texted me. She said we were a great couple and she was sorry for how she acted. That seeing us together made her realize how silly the whole thing had been. We're even planning a double date. Me, my boyfriend, her, and her boyfriend. As for me and my boyfriend, still going strong. We're even talking about moving in together when our leases are up. One dramatic family secret at a time, right?